Okay, so we're back just in time for the race start. 6 lights on, 6 lights out. We are Wayne Racing. How horrible start from Matt Munro. He actually loses the advantage he had from starting on pole position as we had 3 wide get through turn 2 and 3 cleanly. Not quite sure. Oh no, that is Chris Munro underneath Paddy Donnelly's rear wing, and he pulls out. It should be an easy move for Matt Munro as he gets him under brakes going into the corner. No! Donnelly turns in on him, and that has spun Munro around, and he's going to get swamped by the rest of the field. But meanwhile, Matt Cotter, he's up the back of James Vanderham as we head into the bus stop. He thinks about the send. Whoa, he almost makes a mistake going into the second part of the bus stop. Oh, breaks into wheel spin, and again he just shows the nose. He's just putting as much pressure as he possibly can on James Vanderham. And thank you to Wingnut Cross for the follow. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you know exactly when we go live. Didn't even know this series was a thing. Well, now you do. Now you do. And we continue on. Donnelly doing a very good job of holding off these guys. And I think Nichols has actually dropped off the back of this train here, sorry. Now here we go. Donnelly's had a bit of a mistake coming out of the final corner. This will give Cordham a run into turn number 1. They're going to go side by side through the fastest corner on this circuit. Cordham has got in front temporarily. Donnelly will have to give him room. Reed Cyclona out of nowhere just parks it up the inside of Reed, and he gets himself up into 6th place. He may even take 5th as he's up the inside of Donnelly now. He's got Peter Reed up underneath the rear wing of the Mustang. Then Munro, they've gone 3 wide, and Matt Munro has to go straight on. Oh, action-packed racing. Well, you can assume what's happened. Well, here we go. So now it's on. This is for 2nd place. James Vanderham's actually got into 2nd place ahead of Josh Hill. And now they're starting to stack up behind Vanderham as they head through the bus stop chicane. So it's, Vanderham gets a little bit squirrely out of the bus stop. This might give Hill a chance, but Vanderham will go defensive. Cordham will try and put it up around the outside of Hill. He might get hung out to dry here, and that will give Reed a chance to go up the outside of Cordham. But Cordham just manages to hold the inside line. I don't think you want to be on the outside going through that second last corner. 2-wheel action from Josh Hill through the final corner. That will give Cordham the chance down the inside into turn number 1. And Peter Reed will dive bomb Hill as well. So Hill, in the blink of an eye, loses 2 positions. And now Cordham will line up behind James Vanderham. That was the camera I wanted. So there we go. Hum now staring at the front of Scott Cordham's Mustang. Hum's going to go defensive into the bus stop chicane. I think that is not going to deter Cordham. He tries to put it around the outside. He just missed the grass in the bus stop chicane. Reed trying to go around the outside of Cordham, and he actually has the inside line, so that has worked out pretty well for Peter Reed. Cordham will argue the point around the outside of the hairpin. He'll get the drive down and have the inside for the for the second last corner. And you don't want to be on the outside, but Cordham has actually allowed Reed to go through. Oh, Cordham sideways onto the main straight. Right. He'll go defensive again, I'm sure. No, he doesn't go defensive, but Reed just not close enough for this lap. Oh, Reed thinks about the dive bomb into the second half of the bus stop. And I tell you who's loving this. It'll be Daniel Cyclona, because he's now bought a ticket into this battle. Oh, Taylor Simmons is around. He's found the fence at turn 5. Huge shame for Simmons. It's been a tough night for Taylor Simmons. Josh Hill off the track. That'll give Daniel Cyclona some encouragement. Reed will pull out of the slipstream. I don't think Hum's going to be able to defend, and Reed will take the position long before the start of the corner. So I think Hum knew he was sort of beaten before it happened. So rather than cost himself more time and become vulnerable to Cordham, he just let him have it. Oh, Cyclona sliding under brakes, trying to get that Mustang pulled up. But Cordham now, he actually gets a fantastic run out of the hairpin, and he now takes third from James Vanderham. Meanwhile, Hill and Cyclona, they're almost side by side through that final 2 corners. Starting to come under pressure from Matt Munro. Check in with this battle here, so here we go. Lachlan Nichols in 8th position. He just gets a little hip and shoulder from Matt Munro, and Nichols into the fence. He is going to be absolutely fuming with that manoeuvre.
It's good for him getting the dollar bills, you know.
Providing for his family, I guess.
He doesn't have a family, he's still a child.
Here we go, we got a battle here. James Vanderham, he's taking on Matt Munro now. See
I feel a bit of a Mercedes-Benz vibe going on here.
I really hope we don't get a Mercedes-Benz do-over. Because we've already done it once today. We've already done a Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg.
Battle time, Vanderham and Matt Munro. So, actually, Vanderham's actually gotten around Matt Munro. That is a
Very
good drive from
interesting.
James Vanderham.
Now Vanderham's chasing his... Oh, Munro's got it wrong.
No! Oh, he's looking so promising. Commentator's curse, what have we done?
Well, we didn't actually say that he was doing really well.
No,
We just said he got passed by Vanderham.
15-year-old me thinks 16-year-old.
Oh no, Matt Munro's lost it, and he's put it into the fence.
That's a big crash.
That is a massive bin from Matt Munro.
Oh, Cotter side. Oh, I saw Cotter being a bit crossed up there. Yeah, I think he might
Well, to be fair, where is Cotter not sideways?
Oh, hey.
I just sort of spotted this. We got Matt Richards. He's closing in on the back of James Vanderham at a rate of knots. It's great to see Matt Richards back in form after that after his back problems. For those who just joined the channel, or this is your first stream, we have had well, Matt Richards injured his back, and he hasn't been able to race very effectively because he's been having nerve issues. And he hasn't been able to feel his braking foot. So it's great to see him competitive again. I want to assume that his back problems are sorted out.
The way his car's driving at the moment, I think it feels pretty good.
Yeah, right.
He's closing in. He's going to run out of time, I think, because we're almost up to the final lap of this race. 46 of 47, so the next time Matt Cotter...
I wouldn't say no to that yet. If Matty gets a good run out of turn 4, he'll have him by turn 5.
Oh, look at that line!
Right, yeah,
that's the line I take. It's so good. Your car's fully airborne.
Well, I know
you can grab the
that,
downshift. You can grab the downshift when you're in the air, and it doesn't unsettle the car.
Well, I know that Matty Richards is in the stream. He's probably got it next to his PC listening to it. But mate, do you want some track with your curb?
Yeah.
So here we go. He's lining him up. He's got a good run out of turn 4.
You got 2 laps to do it.
Not quite.
He's going to get the draft though. He's not going to lose too much time.
Depends on how well geared this car is.
Yeah, he's just painting it now.
He's going to send it around the outside. Here we go. I love this.
Oh, he gets it pulled up just in time.
Maybe he's going for a switchback here.
He'll go for the switchback. But I think Vanderham will be awake to it, and he parks on the apex.
Oh, he spun the wheels a little bit.
Maybe he's going to crisscross him into here.
Where hasn't Matty tried? He'll go around the outside. Here we go. Watch this.
He'll get the run here, I reckon.
Get the drive, but he'll be on the wrong side of the track again. He's tucked right up underneath him.
Any mistake here.
Oh, that's an angry Holden right behind him. Look at that.
Well, the headlights aren't on yet, so can't be that angry.
Yeah.
Starts flicking.
Here we go.
Oh, going for the outside
It's
move.
going to make him go the long way round. I don't want to cut away from this battle, but we're going to have to because this guy has taken an outstanding win. Well done to Matt Cotter. Where was the battle? Here we go. So it's still on. Peter Reeder will come home in second. Cordham should come home in third. Oh. Now who's going to get the better run into the hairpin?
I think he's got to go for a send here.
No.
I'm pushing him all. Come on, Richards.
Forced him to go wide.
Oh,
Richards is tucked in.
I'm giving him no room.
He's gonna have to go for some sort of send into the final corner. Here we go.
Definitely.
Oh.
There he goes. Oh,
he might just grab the
No, I think Hum has just managed to hang on. Here we go. So yeah, Hum hangs on for sixth place.
That was a fabulous race.
And he sends it into the fence for some reason.
Trust me, that's what I did last race.
Oh, I don't know.
Really
that's
well
right,
driven.
blew his engine. As in fact, we've got over 20 drivers in this session, so in the server at the moment. So that is great to see. Great turnout from the AK Racing guys and possibly girls. Don't know if there are any girls doing sim racing at the moment. I'm sure they would be very welcome. I'm sure Reed will just refocus and get on with it again. Let's check on Cooper Roundtree. Well, Roundtree was up, was looking for an improvement. James Vanderham, he's looking for an improvement. He's only 0.021 of a second slower than Chris Munro. And he is improving his own time by 0.06 of a second. We'll see if he gets the bus stop correctly. In fact, we'll jump on board with him. And he runs very wide going through the bus stop, and that will be the end of that lap. He's going to try and rejoin a little bit further down the road. Try not to impede Josh Hill, sorry. And that is the end of that run for Vanderham. That's still pole position as the checkered flag comes out. Still wait for a few drivers to improve. Lachlan Nichols, he's got to improve. He's got to get into the threes. Can he get? He misses out on the top 10 only by a fraction of a second. And now we're seeing the two Kangaroo Valley Mustangs as well trading positions. It's like Cluner with his good mate James Vanderham. Now right on board with James Vanderham as he tries to pressure his teammate, hopefully into making a little mistake to make the pass easy. I wonder when we'll start seeing some team orders come into play between these guys. He's had a bit of a shocker this race. He's down in 18th position, but he's just ticked off his mandatory pit stop, so he may pick up a few more positions by the end of this race, depending on how the pit strategies work out. Oh, look at this! O'Reilly, James Vanderham, and Hallett all getting stuck into each other at the hairpin. So Vanderham, he's just come out of pit lane, actually, so he is on much fresher tyres than these guys ahead of him. So expect his pace to be absolutely out of sync with the drivers around him. See if he can try and pick his way around Zach O'Reilly quickly. Oh, so there we go. So for Vanderham, he just gets an easy pass on Zach O'Reilly. Although O'Reilly manages to fight back a little bit. But I think for O'Reilly, this is not his battle to fight at the moment. So Vanderham on much fresher tyres than what O'Reilly is. Riley will just have to fall into line and just try and go with Van Hum. Van Hum is currently chasing down Paddy Donnelly, so Donnelly just up the road here.